Thursday evening. I man cannot recall sometimes in regards to what days it is. And so right now, actually trying a new system to live stream and getting in here to post a comment with some different locations to check out. And let me get it here real quick. So, as content creators, I've talked about this before with aspects of different platforms that you can take a look at. And the first one that I've shared is the Buy Me a Coffee link. And so that's one of those pieces that you can check out. And if you go and look at the aspect of the Patreon versus Buy Me a Coffee, Patreon doesn't allow individuals to provide donations. And so Buy Me a Coffee does allow that for your community to go in there and provide the quick donations. The other one, oh, what was it? I don't even remember. It's a good time. I'm taking a look here real quick. The other one, oh, stereo.com. So that's actually an application that I came across a Facebook feed, and then a friend of mine that's on Facebook, Amber Turner, actually highlighted she was on there. So I took a look, and that's just another avenue for individuals that podcast or just like to talk to individuals, and you don't know these, just strangers and whatnot, but the conversations. And so that's another avenue that you can just have conversations with people. Just, you never know who you're going to get partnered up with, but they do offer for creative communicators conversation pieces for individuals. They do have challenges where they pay out money to top content creators, conversationalists on the Stereo app. And then the last two are the Twitch channel for Two Native Sons, which we're working and building that out and growing that. And then the other one is the link to our YouTube channel. So what myself and Patrick ask is, if you're on Twitch, go click on the Twitch link right there, subscribe to the channel, help us to grow that. And then for YouTube, click on that, go like, subscribe, follow to help grow that aspect too. But today it was interesting. I had the opportunity to jump on another podcaster's podcast and share just some great information when it comes to the college planning stuff, holistic career and college planning, one of the many things that I do, and to share that information that a lot of people don't readily understand or is not readily available. And so it was great. And this individual, a young lady, she's a legitimate homeschool student, so she is one that's homeschooled, not like what we have going on right now. But I had to commend her for her being so young and taking that opportunity to create a podcast and showcase what she's going through, showcase her information, bring other people on, and have them as guest hosts to share their experience. It's something that we have so many people that would like to do something, but they get scared. And so I had to commend her. I was like, as young as you are, that's huge that you're taking this leap and you're doing this process to build this platform, to build the podcast. And so I had to commend her because not a lot of people are taking that shot. Not a lot of people are taking the shot on themselves. And so she did it. And just a great interview. But it's one of those things that it's the aspect of leveraging. And when you think about it, as you're trying to build your brand or you're trying to increase your audience and get in front of more people, one of those things that I've heard spoken is you've got to get on the stages of other people. And so as a podcaster, even if you don't podcast, people that are podcasters are looking for guests. And so you could reach out to them and end up going onto their platform, onto their show, and reach their audience. Individuals that you may not have had the chance to reach because it's just not part of your circle. And so if you've got something, if you've got an idea, or you're driven and whatnot, I highly suggest going and leveraging the audience and what somebody else has built to get in front of other people that you may not have been able to. And so you may hear that and you're like, man, why would you say leverage the audience of the other person? Honestly, that's what you're doing. You're leveraging that stage, that community that that person has built. And so why not get in front of their audience and share and give the value that you have that you can provide to them, and just see what you can do. And then as I'm going through today, one of the things that was brought up was for the Twitch channel, Time to Patrick, using a downloadable application to enhance what you can do within the channel. So that is something that when I look at it, it's a fun experience because it's not in my wheelhouse, and so it's just learning something different to go and be able to enhance that platform. And so I'm excited for that, just to build out that piece with Two Native Sons. But the thing I look at is, I've talked about this multiple times, the idea of consistency. Consistency is not very sexy because you could be, maybe you're doing lives, maybe you're doing live streams, or you're doing a podcast, and you're looking, you're like, man, it's not growing. So what's the reason that I should still continue to show up? What's the reason that I should still continue to show up and do what I need to as an individual? I would say you just never know who's watching. You never know who is there to really see what you can do. So that's something that's been unique for Two Native Sons. I've got a good friend of mine that sat down and we talked. And so once it gets finalized with what we're doing, I'll share who it is, and just the excitement with this, because it goes into what we're doing with Two Native Sons to go showcase small businesses, small and medium-sized businesses, non-chain businesses, people that are entrepreneurs and are building things and doing what they dream about, and showcasing who they are. And so it's exciting because the individual, she's like, I stalk you, I see what you're doing, but she's never made comments, and she's never dropped a heart emoji, a like, anything like that, which, hey, it's okay. But to hear that somebody's watching and seeing what's taking place, it's huge, because you just never know who's watching. You don't know the impact that you may have on somebody else. And so you've got to show up. The consistency piece is huge. And we've gotten to the point where people are so quick that I want to start this. I want to start this idea, but maybe it's not going as quickly. Maybe it's not picking up as much steam as you'd like. Maybe it's a slow process. And so you're like, screw this. I'm not going to stay with this. But I look at it as consistency is one of those things that you need. It's the secret sauce to success. Because as you're being consistent with whatever it is, that stands out to people by you constantly showing up. And I have to laugh because I was looking at Anchor, who I utilize for my platform for the production and the distribution of my different podcasts and whatnot. And I was talking to Garrett, and I was looking, and it's like the tech gremlins had gotten hold of the statistics of Anchor, because a couple of nights ago I was at 658 listens on the Divorce podcast, and then yesterday I go look, and in one day there was 111 listens. So I was like, what is this? Like, Gremlin got hold of it, didn't want to let it go, and then decided to go throw up the numbers and whatnot. And then I looked again today, and there was another 34 total listens. So I don't know. Maybe it did take place in one day of 111 listens, but I don't know. But it's that consistency piece, and it's just unique, because it goes back to the fact that people want to do something, but it may not be growing as fast as they want, and so they get upset, they get distraught, they're like, screw this, I don't want to do it. So honestly, are you one that's going to give up on your dreams because something got in your way, a challenge got in your way, it's not going as fast as you'd like, and so now you're going to be like, no, I'm done with this, I'm going to go chase something else? And so you got to think about it. If you do that as quickly as that process, why do you think you're going to change going and chasing something else? You're not going to change. You're going to have the same issue of doing this idea. And if you don't have the passion for it, you don't have the drive, then you're not going to stick with it. And so if you're like, well, this didn't work out, I tried. And so, ooh, that's another one right there. Tried. The word try is just a predetermined aspect for you to uh, already have that excuse that it's not going to work out. I tried. Oh, you tried, really? So it's one of those things that you've got to decide. You've got to make that decision. And so the power of root words and whatnot, and with wording and whatnot, if you go look up the aspect of side, so decide, pesticide, suicide, anything that has side in there, side means to cut off. So you got to look and say, what are you going to decide on? What are you truly going to go chase after, and give it your all? What decision are you making? Because when you decide, you're cutting off all other decisions. You're saying, screw this, I'm done. This is what I'm deciding to do. This is what I'm going to do. Not this is what I'm going to go try to do. Because, man, try is just, like I said, it opens up that door to not really do it, and it gives you that predetermined excuse to say, well, I tried. No, like, try, screw that, get that word out of here. Go decide to go do what you're gonna do and whatnot. And so it's just unique. It's one of those things. When I look at it, you got to leverage. You've got to go and get on the stage of other people, go get in front of their audience, and you just never know what you talk about could be that one turning point that somebody needs to adjust and make that transition and do something different. And I was looking in regards to one of the many books I read, and this one is Limitless, and so it's by Jim Quick. I highly suggest getting this book. Well, every book I read, I highly suggest getting those books. That's just my opinion. But with this information here, it's powerful. It's ways to tap in and become limitless, because we have gotten so prone to believe our limiting beliefs, to allow the limiting beliefs to control what takes place. And so it's that blockade of holding you back. And one of the quotes in here, and this is from Thomas Edison: if we all did the things we are capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. And it comes down to the fact that you have unlimited potential, but there are individuals that talk and they're like, I want to go do this, I want to go build a business, I want to go chase this dream. But then maybe they go work their regular job or they go do whatever, and then they come home and they're like, I'm tired. So do you truly want your dream? Do you truly want what you think about, what you envision? Or are you just saying that just to impress other people and say, this is what I want, but you don't go and do any action? That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything for you. And then when you do that piece and you're like, oh, I'm going to go do this, and somebody's like, man, you say that all the time. Are you truly going to go do it, or are you just saying it just to say, because it makes you feel good, but you don't go and do it? So that's not going to serve you any purpose. And so I was on Q today, and we were talking about the fact that, man, there's so many people out there that don't think for themselves. They don't do what they need to. I'm looking here, so phone's dying here, but it's the fact that a lot of people don't think, a lot of people don't question, a lot of people just go with the flow, and they get stuck in this automatic process that they don't look at. They don't do a deep dive and really say, is this really serving me, or do I need to look at something different? And so there was a quote by Henry Ford, and it kind of goes in line, and I had to laugh when I saw this. Henry Ford had stated, "Thinking is the hardest work there is, which is the probable reason why so few people engage in it." Man, this is from Henry Ford, way back there, early 1900s and whatnot. But think about that. People don't do it because it's a hard piece. Thinking for yourself is not easy, because that goes into, now you've got to question the beliefs that you have. You got to question the paradigm that you've had stuffed in your head. And that's not easy work, because that can be scary, because now you're like, man, is what I truly believe like true? Is it serving me and whatnot? So uh, just some things to think about. Um, right now, just not a new system. Trying to see what I can get at that. But like I said, stated at the beginning, couple links in the chat here. So it's that buy me a coffee link. I highly suggest, as a content creator, go check it out. That's a link that you can click. Go check out my profile. Go see the different posts. But it's one of those things that a lot of people will set up a Patreon account. The Patreon account doesn't allow people to give quick donations. Buy Me a Coffee does give that option where somebody can go in there and just give you a very quick donation, one-time donation. And so it's a bit simpler than Patreon. And also, you do have the aspect where people can sign up for a membership with your account and follow you and have the monthly or the yearly subscription. That stereo link that I put in there, that's something that you can download on your app store. I guess it's like Clubhouse. I don't have Apples. I don't know what Clubhouse about. I see the hype and whatnot. But stereo is another avenue for you to go connect with a stranger, go have a conversation, kind of create your own radio station. It's podcasting, but it's an avenue where if you've got great content and people love to hear what you have to say, you can get paid for that. And so think about that. If you could get paid just to talk, that's huge. And then of course you have the Twitch link for Two Native Sons. So but we're building that channel out. And so just another platform for us to go share information, go create value, go impact the lives of others. And then the last one is the YouTube channel. That's the YouTube channel for Two Native Sons. Same thing as the Twitch channel. So with the YouTube channel, what I have with that is to hit the milestone. YouTube does provide recognition for YouTubers. They send out a little plaque for hitting the milestone of having 100,000 subscribers. And so that's just one of the goals with the YouTube channel. It's another platform that to be utilized for social media wise, provide content, provide value, and just another outlet, because you just never know who you're going to cross paths with, what platform they're on, and what they hear and what value they extract to make that change in their life. So, but if you have any questions, if you have anything on your heart, your spirit, you have an idea and you just don't know how to extract it, reach out to myself, Patrick. People that watch the videos, you can go see the different comments and whatnot. But through Facebook and Instagram, you can send us a private message. We have the Two Native Sons Instagram page. We have the Two Native Sons Facebook page. So quite a few different options in regards to reaching out and just having somebody that's there for you and truly seeing the potential in you to help you out and reach your dreams and goals. So again, thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for your time. Truly enjoy being able to go about and create the value and create the impact just based on what people have given me in regards to feedback and whatnot. So again, I'll catch you guys later. Have a great night. Peace. Love you.